Hello boys, welcome back to another session of video tutorials, and this session is meant for class 11th biology students, and this is for 18th January 2021. Hoping that you all have done very well in the pre-board exam that we have conducted, and you had some idea about how the actual annual board exam will be there. And to enforce the learning that has taken place, we want to reinforce rather, and as part of the reinforcement we are revising the entire chapter for second time, entire syllabus. In fact, first time I gave revision notes for all the chapters, 22 chapters, in the form of revision notes, and I also told you to maintain one notes, and in that notes you write all the revision notes. Now I am giving test papers which covers 1 mark questions, 2 mark questions, and 3 mark questions, and of course the mega question, big question, 5 marks, so that you will have an idea from each chapter what are the types of questions that will come and how to answer it. Normally there is a temptation in you that whenever it is a 5 mark question you should write 5 pages. No, not like that. You need not. That's why CBSE prescribes limitations. You need to write crisp, comprehensive, and straight to the point answers with good handwriting, and underline all the technical words and important words in your answer. That is the easy way to get that. And of course, not to forget my favorite thing, draw most beautiful diagrams. Your diagram, if it is correct and most beautiful, impressive, 90% of your work is done. So keep on practicing the diagrams. So we go for the second time revision in the form of test papers. So in each chapter I will give one test paper followed by second type. In that I will be focusing on assertion and reasoning questions. Yeah. Question number 1. Name the 3 fields of systematics. Question 2. Give the 2 name system of organisms. Question 3. Write the correct order of sequence of taxonomical categories. Now when I am reading the questions, you should get the flashback. Whatever normal videos I presented to you right from June, 1st June onwards, up to somewhere say October, those videos you must recollect, and if in case you are not able to recollect, go back, and already it is there in the YouTube. So just click that, see the video, and come back to this chapter. So I want you to see all the videos related to chapter 1, and then put these questions in front of you and try to answer it. After answering it, come to the answer session that I am giving, compare your answers with the answers that I am giving. Then only it will be fruitful. Question number 4. What are the advantages of giving scientific names of organisms? Question 5. Give the role of botanical gardens. Question 6. Differentiate between species and taxon. Question 7. Name the guidelines for naming of organisms, that binomial nomenclature. Question 8. What is biological classification? What is the need of classification? Question number 9. What is binomial system of nomenclature? Who proposed this system? Why is binomial nomenclature the most acceptable mode of naming organisms? Okay. Now these are the questions. Now let's go to the answer session. Now I will be going to the answer session. You don't go. Answer all these 9 questions, then come to the answers department. Question number 1. Answer: nomenclature, classification, and taxonomy. Okay. Question 2. Binomial nomenclature and hierarchy. Species. Many species will join together and form genus. Many genera will come under a family. Many families will make an order, and many orders form class. Many classes constitute phylum or plural phyla. Many phyla will make kingdom, like many phyla under animal kingdom. Okay, right from phylum Arthropoda, Echinodermata. So different phyla we have studied. All these phyla together will make animal kingdom. This is the hierarchy. Question number 4 answer. Scientific names are universally accepted in the world because they are based on the same principles that are universal. Second, the advantage of a technical term is the relationship and comparison to others. Okay. Question number 5. Botanical gardens provide valuable information on various plants, local flora, bonsai, and rare plants. Botanical gardens supply wide range of plant species, seeds, flowers, fruits for botanical research. Botanical gardens conserve and propagate rare species and genetic diversity. This is important. Genetic diversity is ensured. And of course, to maintain records of local flora. So these are the main uses of having a botanical gardens. Question number 6. Comparison species and taxon. Species is the basic taxonomical category. Taxon, it's a level of taxonomic category. Species is a rank. Taxon is a group of concrete biological aspects. Species monophyletic. It may be mono or polyphyletic. Of course, we always define species as group of organisms that stay in a particular habitat, live in a particular habitat, exhibit similarities, interbreed among themselves, and produce similar offsprings. So that's how we define species. Taxon is a hierarchy. So taxa, many taxa are there in the hierarchies. Question number 7. Guidelines for naming of organisms include scientific name generally has 2 words in Latin and derived from Latin irrespective of their origin. Like you take our own Homo sapiens. 2 words are there, no? Scientific name of human being, Homo sapiens. First word denotes the genus, whereas second word for species. Like when we write Homo sapiens. Now when I am writing, I am consciously writing capital H and small s. So this is genus. That's what he says. First word denotes the genus. Second word sapiens is the species. Names are printed in italics and are separately underlined to indicate the Latin. So underline both Homo as well as sapiens. Each taxonomic group has only one correct name. The name must be short, precise, and easy to pronounce. It's not so easy to pronounce actually. Some names are difficult, okay? Anyway, generic name begins with a capital letter, as I wrote H capital, and specific name with small letter, as I wrote sapiens, S small letter, Homo sapiens. Same example is giving, right? Next. The name of author is written in abbreviated form after species name and it is printed in Roman letters. Like we say after writing like Homo, H-O-M-O, Homo, H capital underline. Then sapiens, S small letter, P-I-E-N-S, sapiens underline. And then within bracket you write the author, Linnaeus, L-I-N-N, Lin. And in some books they will write the year also, year of naming this, like this. So this is the way to write this. So question 8, biological classification is the scientific study of arranging organisms into groups and subgroups on the basis of their similarities and dissimilarities and placing the group in a hierarchy of categories. Classification becomes essential for the following reasons. Why should we classify animals or plants? These are the reasons. It is very essential for the systematic study of living beings. That is the main reason. Without this study of different organisms would be in confusion. So to avoid confusion, classification is must. Second, it is impossible to study each and every organism. Third, without a proper system of classification, this must be off system of classification, it is impossible to recognize or identify different types of organisms. Fourth, classification helps in knowing the relationship among different groups of animals and plants. Like we take the example, Panthera leo, Panthera tigris. Okay, in all this we normally call it as cat family. If you see cheetah, tiger, cat, okay, if you see the facial structures and the teeth structure, everything, fur structure almost looks the same. So that's how we identify based on the morphology. And then when we cut the animal, we'll see the anatomy. So morphological and anatomical features we see and classify them. Question number 9. Naming of plants and animals with two words, one generic, other specific name is called binomial system of nomenclature. Just now we talked about Homo sapiens. Carl Linnaeus introduced this scientific system to name a species. He gave two names to species, like Mangifera is the generic name, M is capital, look at that, observe. And indica, I small letter, is the specific name. So Mangifera indica, we are talking of in general mangoes and in specific Indian mango. Next, binomial nomenclature is universally accepted all over the world because it is written according to the universal rules of nomenclature framed by these institutions, ICBN, ICZN, ICNPC, that is botanical nomenclature, zoological nomenclature, etc. The first part of the name identifies the genus to which the species belongs to. The second part identifies the species within the genus. For example, humans belong to the genus Homo and within this genus to the species Homo sapiens. It is the most acceptable mode of naming organisms because the same name can be used all over the world. Look at that. When we say Homo sapiens, entire world understands. In all languages, avoiding difficulties of translation. So the scientific names are based on agreed principles and criteria. Particularly, just imagine there are some countries which are very fond of using their own mother tongue, like Russia, for example. So when we want to exchange the matter, scientific terminology, we need to have this scientific names. Otherwise, the Russian person or a Latin American person or an Israeli person will not understand what we are talking about because they prefer their mother tongue. Hence, it is all the more important that we should have scientific names. So next time, in the next session, we will see one more chapter with the